Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah,
Is
yours
my
is.
voice louder than yours?
No, mine is louder.
Hello.
Locally sourced.
All right, so welcome to Locally Sourced. I'm here, I'm Saurabh, and I've got Shravan here with me.
Hello, this is Shravan.
The first song I have for today is the song by Begum called We Are Excited. Have you heard of the band Begum?
Lo-fi group from Delhi, right?
Yep. They're pretty good. So they're a three-piece band based out of Delhi, and two of those guys are actually also part of Peter Cat Recording Company. You sort of think that all of them just play in the same group.
Right.
I think Delhi is a bigger city than that. Anyway, this album came out last year, October of last year, and the song I'm going to play is the title track from the album called We Are Excited.
I think what I really like about the song is, you hear lo-fi and ambient. These terms are thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's almost like a cop-out, it's like a lazy thing to do, But Begum's done it without kind of compromising on their production value.
So these guys, the album title is called We Are Excited. And it does strike you as a little odd, right?
Yeah.
Considering the sort of textures these guys are going for. So they spoke in an interview. So I read this interview of theirs on Red Bull, and the original title which they wanted for their album was White Elephant. Apparently because they created this whole narrative about how they went around with this magical white elephant to solve the problems in the elephant's planet or something. Apparently that was a way for them to explain why they were not around for such a long time.
Yeah, those guys have a sense of humor. I mean, I'd call it a sense of humor. So I actually interviewed them for a piece on the indigoxp.com. And those guys had some really interesting responses. Even interviews I saw online.
Yeah.
So I saw one interview where they basically the response to a certain question was, "We are inspired by doorknobs." But in this age where social media is so rampant, you gotta admire someone for still managing to be somewhat mysterious, and not completely understood. And credit to Begum for that.
Yeah, sure. These guys do a great job with that.
The thoughts are like waves up on the surface.
So what do you have for me, man?
So I've got a song. It's going to be like a complete change in mood. So this is a band from Bombay called Death by Fungi. They're a hardcore punk band, and these guys put out a split EP with another band from Bangalore called Shepherd last month. It's up on Bandcamp. Anyone listening can check it out. So all the songs are really short, like 2-3 minutes maybe, and but really packed with energy. I mean, like, you can listen to them over and over.
Oh yeah, they did a collab with them, right? They even did like a show with these guys.
Yeah, they came to
Shepherd and Death by Fungi.
Yeah, they came to Bangalore last month. They did I think like a 3-city tour for the album launch. I think, but both bands are on a break now, and let's have a listen to it.
That was sudden. Definitely leaning on the metal side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
More than
But I mean, like, how long was the song? Was it like 3 minutes?
yeah, around 4.
4 minutes, yeah. But I mean, you see like the change in, soundscapes they go throughout the song.
Yeah, felt a lot like prog.
Yeah, like especially that quiet like noise section. It was a noise section that was quiet in the middle. I mean, you don't often hear that stuff from metal bands and punk bands,
Yeah. And one thing I noticed about this is that the vocals are like so far back there.
Yeah.
It's like everything else is in your face. The vocals are like just a little, demon man sitting right in front of you, and there's like a bunch of.
But yeah, that being said, like I think the best part about the song was that Bhangra outro. Like I can totally picture people doing Bhangra to that outro.
Bhangra.
Yeah, man.
Wait, we have to hear that again.
Play it again.
This is Bhangra.
Yeah, you can totally picture like Dilair Mehndi. Like Dilair Mehndi is pretty metal, man. He's got the beard for it and the hair for it. Just think about it.
Yeah,
That's what I want to see. Dilair Mehndi meets Death by Fungi.
Down on your knees, my little love toy. You know what to do.
All right, so I'm a big fan of the classic indie sound. That's like the guitars have a particular tone to them, and it's just got this very happy, bubbly
I
sort
know
of
what
a
you
thing.
mean, yeah.
This band, which I'm about to play next day, don't always do that, but they sort of did it for this one particular song. It's the band is the Cognac Net. Have you heard of that one?
I've heard of them. I haven't heard them.
Okay, so they're again based out of Mumbai, the Cognac Net. The guy who started this band, I think, sorry, I forgot his name. I think it's John. Yeah, let me look it up. Oh yeah, David Abraham. So this guy, David Abraham, I said John.
You called him
I was going to say John Abraham.
You found the secret message.
So the way he explains it is, so like there's two ways your life can go. At some point you like have a choice where you have a plan A and a plan B. And supposing you're forced to take plan B, whereas plan A is something you thought was better. And he also mentions how, drinking alcohol and cognac especially sort of helped him through rough times. So yeah, I'm just going to let you make a connection there because I have a connection. It sort of resonates.
So basically plan A is like your safe life option.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, that's what I'm understanding. Like, because that's why it's a net, right? It's a safety net.
Yeah, it's money, cars, a nice house, and
plan B is like living your dreams and being happy but poor at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, I mean, you drink cognac in either situation. I mean, if you're really rich and happy, you're gonna party a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're poor, you got all the motivation to do that.
Yeah, but then you're not going to be drinking stuff like cognac, man.
That's true, yeah.
You're going to be all monkey all the time.
Like, you'll be making your own wine at home.
All right, anyways, here's Rose-Colored Glasses from their album Abiogenesis, the Cognac Net.
Darkest of colors, I surely do look like colors of your eyes. 'Cause I couldn't leave, nor could I say goodbye. I swear that I tried, yes I tried. I swear to you it didn't even cross my mind. It must have been the calling in her eyes. 'Cause I couldn't leave, nor could I say goodbye. I swear that I tried, oh I tried. I swear to you I nearly colors of dementia. Blinded the primary eye, oblivious to her turning off blind eyes, missing my favorite surprise. Now nothing here on gets better. Subtlety has left the room. All that is left are fingers in knots and acceptance of me being consumed. It must have been the colors of her eyes. 'Cause I couldn't leave, nor could I say goodbye. I swear that I tried, oh I tried. I swear to you I nearly lost my mind. It must have been the calling in her eyes. 'Cause I couldn't leave, nor could I say goodbye. I swear that I tried, yes I tried. I swear to you it didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, I can tell that indie thing which you're talking about right away.
Yeah.
Super indie. Like you just go into like one different zone, you know, and like
Yeah,
thinking
it's
about the
all,
beach.
yeah, happiness and sunshine. And but this is a little harder than I guess most indie. It's got a more aggressive
Yeah, it's got
distortion for it, going for it. Well, an interesting story about this band, right? So this is their second album. It's called Abiogenesis or Abiogenesis. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Well, so for their first EP, I think it's called One Last Monsoon. So that was their first EP. And when he released this, Mr. David Abraham.
John Abraham.
So when he released it, his intention was to test it out on international waters somehow. So when he released it, he approached all these radio stations in other countries and he got playback for his album, his first EP, in like 25 different countries.
Oh, wow.
And once he got this banner that it's been played in all these other countries and he's got this whole hype about it, that's when he started getting calls in from India, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that needs to be applauded, man. That's hats off to this guy. That's amazing.
Like, I was completely dumbfounded by this. Like, you know, like, of course, like I've never spent time promoting a band and you are sort of getting into that sort of a thing. And to spare you the ignominy of self-promotion, I'll say, you know, Shravan has his own band called Stoned Seahorse.
Shameless plug.
So, yeah, like, think about it, man. So, would you think that your album would be more successful outside of India before India? Like you say, okay, it'll be successful outside and then I'll have success here.
I don't know. It kind of makes sense, man, because It's a general statement to make, but people are kind of more open-minded outside of India. Like, I mean, I put out an EP earlier this year, and I got reviewed by people in Ireland and in Brazil and stuff like that. Nobody in India reviewed me, and it's only after those reviews, and then like Rolling Stone India, like they gave me like a shout out or something like that. And it's only then, even my own friends did not listen to my album until like all this happened. So it's actually very real, and there's actually a lot of like people don't think about it. They think it's very far-fetched, but it's actually not that hard to do.
Let's imagine the future, or let's imagine the kind of future we might be able to live in, and see if we can bring that into being. What constitutes us? Us includes all those Chinese people and all those black people and everyone else. But we haven't extended our concept of us to include the people in the future yet. And so that's what this is about. It's about the idea of extending empathy forward into the future.
So what do you got for me, man?
So this next song is by a band from Bangalore called Blushing Satellite. Now these guys are actually sort of friends of mine. Ramanan, who writes all the songs, is a old friend of mine. I actually took guitar classes from him a really long time back. And they have come back after like 2 years. So they put out an EP in 2015. And they released their debut album, The Union, on August 25th. And the song is called Who Am I? So they've taken on a very spiritual route in this album, where they're questioning everything, as you'll realize through the song. So, Blushing Satellite, Who Am I?
That was a short.
Yeah, you were expecting a really long song?
Yeah. Like, I would expect it to be like a lot more epic, but I can seriously see why you would take guitar lessons from this guy. That's like some really crazy guitar work.
He's a phenomenal guitar player, and he's played like, this is the first time he's really doing his own thing. But over the past couple of years, he's been playing in other people's bands, and he always manages to like adapt in the context of that band and play perfectly. And here you're kind of getting to hear his own voice for the first time, and it's amazing.
So he's like the he's also the songwriter for this.
Yeah,
album.
as far as I know, he's the main. It's his baby. Like he's the main songwriter, Ramanan.
Great. And on vocals we have Mahesh Raghunandan.
Yes.
So he's their second vocalist. Right? They've had other vocalists before.
Right.
this.
So they had Karthik Bhaskar. So actually, caught them live last night at Blue Frog. It was their launch gig.
Yeah.
And they had like a very special set where they did the whole like decor up for the place, and they had what are those things? Dream catchers.
Dream catchers.
They had like those huge dream catchers like all over the place, and they had like it was almost like an audio visual set where they had like complementing visuals behind them and stuff, and it was a very very intimate affair. It wasn't like a gig. It was almost like a celebration or like a gathering of family and friends. And at the end, Ramanan said like the only reason I'm doing this is to spread love and happiness. Like I just thought, it's going to be a nice night and we're going to hang out, listen to some good music, and like all the like spiritual stuff was like, whoa, my brain is like exploding right now, man. Like,
these guys, they're a different affair live, man. Watching them play this stuff live happening in front of you, it's like it's something else.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I think the really interesting part of it was like the approach to it. It wasn't like a gig I've ever been to before. It was everyone was family, and almost everyone was a hippie. Some sort.
Avoid excessive use.
Well, I have for you next a slightly older song. I think this one came out back in 2015. It's by this band called Indigo Children. They're again a Delhi-based band.
They're also called Super Fuzz, right?
Yeah, they used to be called Super Fuzz, and I think they had some lineup changes. And I think Indigo Children is mostly a project by their frontman.
Okay.
And but this song, interesting. I think what I liked about it is like it's got that old school Bollywood sort of a thing going for it.
Okay.
So it is Indigo Children, Summer Love.
Summer love, oh my summer love, you're the only one that I dream of. Summer love, oh my summer love, you're the only one that I dream of. Summer love, oh my summer love, you're the only one that I dream of. Summer love, oh my summer love, you're the only one that I dream of.
It's like you can picture him wearing bell bottoms.
It does sound very old school. I mean, I haven't heard enough Bollywood to say if it sounds Bollywoodish.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know, when I'm listening to this, just what's his name? Rakesh Khanna.
Raghav Sachar.
Rakesh Khanna comes to mind.
Oh, okay.
Is that Rakesh Khanna, Rajesh Khanna? Damn dude.
I don't know, man. Wrong person.
Yeah, the guy who does that I hate tears Pushpa line.
No.
Never heard
Okay.
that one? Pushpa, I hate tears Pushpa. No?
What? Pushpa, I hit what?
Tears.
No, I don't know who you're talking about, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, like a long song, like you said, but still catchy, like pretty catchy. That Summer Love line is still in my head.
Yeah, it's gonna be in your head for a long time.
Yeah. I think that's why the song's so long, no?
Yeah, you just drills it into your head.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if the Beatles took She Loves You and made it into an 8-minute long song. Like that thing would never get out of your head ever.
But they're still active though, the band. I was surprised. They haven't really come up with new material for a while. But I checked their Facebook page. They've been performing. I think they're performing in the Delhi circuit.
So speaking of Delhi, we've got someone else from Delhi, Tarana Marwa, who makes music under the name of Komorebi, which is something in Japanese. Oh, I think it means the light that comes in between the branches of trees. And this is a new song which there's been a music video for as well. And it's also featuring Saurabh Nicholson, another artist from Bombay, electronic artist, wonderful singer, who's put out music on his own and done stuff with the likes of Sand Dunes in the past. So this one also has like a interesting animated music video, which goes really well with the song. And this song is called Time by Komorebi.
Yeah, it takes you to a different world, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got this really ambient, chill vibe to it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I didn't see too much of a Japanese theme for it.
Yeah, I
but
didn't see that at all.
It's great nonetheless. Like
I'm
whatever
not
it
sure if
is.
there's a Japanese theme to all her music or if it's just her name. I think
Yeah.
it's just her name.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Yeah, but I think like their whole trip hop kind of down tempo thing that was
Yeah,
happening, really cool. And especially some of the bits of like the electronic stuff you hear in the middle. And you don't people talk about being an electronic artist, but they forget that it's just a means to songwriting at the end of the day, and which is something which over here is really strong. The song, at the end of the day, you can have all the cool synthesizer sounds and all that stuff, but if your song isn't up to the mark, it's kind of a nothing. But here it just kind of encapsulated all of that really perfectly.
Yeah, and the melody, like, it does.
Yeah.
It's quite an earworm.
Very memorable. Like I could see you like just closing your eyes and zoning out and listening to the song.
Yeah, that's a nice place to put the song, for a song to put you into, right?
Yeah.
I'll bet you'd love to be dominated, wouldn't you?
Well, so that's the end of our playlist.
Yeah, I'm
for
out
this
of
week.
songs. You're out of songs too.
Yeah, sadly.
So if you've got songs that you think should be on the list, hit us up.
Yeah, or if you have a song which you'd like to be
if you're an
played
indie
if you're
musician,
an artist, we'd love to hear you out.
I'm gonna send my own songs. And then I'll review them. Like it's so awesome.
Well, so